Hey there, guys. It's Monday morning, so you know what that means. Time for Miss Sue's Curiosity Club. Last week, we talked about the word absorption, and we talked about how it gets into things and it makes them either grow up or out. Last week, we made a rainbow, which made it spread with our markers and so on. So I want to continue that today. So this is what we're going to do. The first experiment that we're going to do is we're going to need a coffee filter, just like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your coffee filter and you're going to make it flat. We're going to make a flower out of this. When you make this flat like this, it's easier to work when it comes to colors. I made two yesterday. This is one, isn't that beautiful? It's like a sun catcher. This is one I did with markers, and I'm going to show you how I did that. This is one that I did with food coloring. It's yellow, pale green, pale blue. Both of them are pretty, but today I'm going to show you how I made the one with the markers. So the first thing you do is take your flat coffee filter, and I think I'm going to use maybe a light orange, a pink, and a yellow. And I'm just going to make a design. For this one, I just scribbled all over it. But the more I looked at it, I thought, you know what I want to do? So I'm going to make some spirals. So I'm just going to take my marker and I'm going to make spirals all on my coffee filter with all my different colors. So there's the pink. Now I'm going to do the light orange. I'm just going to put it all over, spirals, and then I'm going to use the yellow. So I just spiral all my colors around. So this is what it looks like. Now right now it's just a spiraled coffee filter. But with the word absorption, we're going to show how we can transform this into a beautiful flower. So once you have that, you are going to need some water. And I just have mine in a little bowl like this. Now you can just take it with your fingers and just kind of splotch it like this, or you can take a spoon and you can just kind of soak it. Now once you do that, you should be able to start to see the colors just kind of bleed all around. Now what's happening when the colors bleed like that is it's absorbing into your coffee filter, which is a very absorbent material. And then it makes all the colors with the water, it has a reaction, and they all blend together, and it makes beautiful colors. I want to show you mine. It's still wet, so I have to let it dry, but if you look at it, how beautiful is that? That's going to make a beautiful flower. But I'm going to put that aside for now. I'm going to let that dry. But what can you do with this? Well, I'm going to do something. I'm going to take my two already dried ones, and it doesn't take long for them to dry. Sometimes maybe 20 minutes. You'll be able to pick it up and it'll be all dry and it'll be all melted, all the colors together. But what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to put them together like this and fold them in half like this. And then I'm just going to fold it in half again and fold it in half again. You can do it one way or you can do it the other way. It really doesn't matter. Just so you have something that looks like this. Now to make a flower out of your absorbed coffee filter is take a pipe cleaner, if you have one, and just wrap it around the top nice and tight. And then you can take a straw, and this is where all those fine motor skills come in, kids. You thread it right through the straw, and there you have it. Let's open up our leaves a little bit. Our flower petals, sorry, that's what I meant to say. We're just going to open them up as much as we can. Oh, it's turning out so beautifully. And you can just, it's very pliable, kind of push it around. Oop, and basically, it's going to look like this. What a beautiful flower. You can make a couple of them and stick them in a vase. But how did we get this? The word is absorption. It absorbs in there. Now, do you think this would work with, say, a regular piece of paper, like a notebook paper? No. You need something that is very porous, which means, like last week we used the paper towel, this week we used a coffee filter to make our flower, and that's what you need for those colors to react with the water and absorb into the coffee filter. So that's our first one. Isn't that cool? I'm going to put that stuff aside. I asked you for my second one, I said, see if you can draw a flower. Okay? And so if you drew this flower, or a couple of them, I actually did a couple, you're going to cut this out. So the first thing we do is cut out our flower. I already have one cut out, but I'm just going to show you. You need to make sure you separate all the petals when you do this. Yep, doesn't take long at all. This week was kind of cold, but I'm going to tell you, the flowers in my garden, they're hardy because they're still out there. Thank goodness they bring brightness to sometimes a gloomy day. And thank goodness for the water and the sun that absorbs into the flowers that then makes them so beautiful. Okay, so I cut this out. And once you do that, and it looks like this, you have all your different petals. Just like this one. What you're going to do with them is first make sure you have your pan of water. See, I have a pan of water. You can use a Tupperware thing, whatever, just so you have a bunch of water in it, like a little puddle, because these are called blooming puddle flowers. Then you're going to take your flower and you're going to fold it in. Don't make the creases too hard. Just gently fold them in one at a time so that your flower kind of looks like this. You don't want it really creased. You want them gentle folds so that when you pick it up, it looks like this. Okay, so I'm going to fold them all in like that. Now, I am going to tell you, I did this twice in my laboratory. The one time, it worked beautifully. My flower actually bloomed because of the water. Another time, it was a bust. But you know what? You know what I always tell you in Curiosity Club? Sometimes your experiments work and sometimes they don't. That's why they're called experiments. It's so each time you do it, it can get better and better. So if it doesn't work the first time, keep trying, boys and girls. And I'm not saying this is going to work for me, but let's try. So here is my water. Get you there. You fell off the tissue box. Okay, there's the water. Now I'm going to drop this gently in my water. And we're going to something's happening. Not much. I don't know what to tell you. Let's try this other. Oh, it's slowly opening up. Is yours opening up? I have another one to try, so I'm just going to fold it It is opening up, but it's upside down. So here I made another one. I'm going to put the folded side up and the other side down. Let's try it again. Oh, something's happening. My petals are slowly opening up, and that's happening because when the water hits the flower, oh, it's opening up beautifully, guys. It opens up. Do you see it? Yeah, it worked. Somewhat. 2 petals came out. But that's okay, because not every experiment works. So, the word that we used today, we used absorption because we talk again about how the water or the liquid absorbs into something. And we talked about the word porous, which means that water is able to come in there. If I used any other material but something that was porous, I would not be able to make my flowers. And for this, you don't want too much, so I used printer paper for that. Okay? Well, I just want to say hi to some really special people who are following me on the Curiosity Club, and I know there's a lot of new ones too, and I'd love to hear from you. But I'd like to say hello to Ella Marie and William, Josie, Emerson, Devin, Sibby, Izzy, and so many more. Please keep asking questions because curiosity is something that's for free and we can do it right in our own home. So, okay, boys, don't forget, boys and girls, to watch for my challenge of the week, which we'll be posting, and please have just an awesome week. I miss all of you so much. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.